This is the Glock 22 RTF2. It is a version of the Gen 3 Glock, kind of a little bit rare. The difference between this and the Gen 3 is it has 4,000 raised pyramids on the grip. It has it on the both of the sides and on the back of the grip. Kind of gives it a real sandpaperish type feel, and reason why they did that is if your hands are slippery, if they're wet or oily, it gives you can get a real good grip on the gun. I know some people have complained that you take it out to the range and you put a couple hundred rounds through it, your hand ends up being kind of a little bit raw. But it's designed, it's designed basically to help save your life. Not for taking to the range and putting a couple hundred rounds through it. It's designed so you could really have a good grip on the gun. Another thing that's different is the side serrations here. They call it gills. It has gills on the side. It's made to, you could, if your hands are wet or oily or whatever, you could grip the slide a lot easier. Most Glocks, I have a Glock 23 here. I believe all Glocks other than this version have the straight serrations on the slide. This is a Glock 23 here. It's got the straight serrations. I also have a Glock 36 here. It's got the straight serrations. But this version of the Glock has kind of half circles for the serrations on the slide. And it's I don't know what they did to it. They extended it out a tiny bit, but it's got a whole lot more grip to it than the other Glocks. But that's basically the difference between this and the Gen 3 is the hand grip and the side serrations here. I bought this back in, I believe this has been, I think it's been around since 2009. This, or that's when they made this version of it, was 2009. They don't make these anymore. I bought this in 2012. I paid $450 for it. It was actually, it was a used gun, but it was never had been fired. And it came with the True Dot night sights. So that wasn't too bad of a deal. $450 for basically a new Glock with night sights. I believe the price on these has went up from what I've seen. I haven't checked into it. I haven't tried to, I don't plan on selling this. But I seen somebody asking $1,400 for one of these. I believe that's a bit steep. I guess you can ask whatever you want for a gun, but I believe $1,400 is way up there. I've had this one out to the, I've taken this out to the range probably over a dozen times. And these grips will, I mean, you put a whole lot of rounds through this, these grips will start rubbing your hand raw. You wear a glove or something though when you're at the range, but the intention of this was, if you're in a life-threatening situation, like for police officers or something, this would be an outstanding gun for them. You get a real good grip on it. It has the Picatinny rails up here. I believe the only difference between this version and the Gen 4, I believe they have a Gen 4. I don't have a Gen 4, but I believe the Gen 4's magazine release has a larger magazine release, and it has replaceable back straps on the Gen 4. I believe that that's mainly the only difference between this and the Gen 4. And of course, this is 40 caliber. Glock 22 is 40 caliber. The Glock 22 RFT2. Thanks for watching.